see. There we go. Okay. Hello, folks. Swan from Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools. And I think we got a good one today for you. It is different. But before we go any further, let's give a moment of silence for all that have passed away because of this virus, this coronavirus. Okay, amen. Terrible. Hope you're all staying safe, keeping your hands sanitized, keep your hands off your face, particularly your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. And watch what you touch. Stainless steel holds this virus for a number of days. Remember that. Cardboard holds it for a long time. This virus stays on things, and you touch them, and then you touch your eyes, your nose, your mouth. I mean, food that you eat, that, I don't know, but you could get it that way, I would think. But hope you're all being safe. Terrible times. The terrible times that we're going through with this. Okay, here's the brew. My loving wife picked this up. I wouldn't not normally pick up something like this, even for a beer review. Just the name of it doesn't entice me to want it or buy it or do a review on it. But I will do a review because my loving wife picks up things that I wouldn't. And thank heavens for her, because I've gotten a lot of nice brews that way. I do like a lot of Hobo brews, so I should like this here. I went on their webpage. I didn't get much information, but somewhere along the line I found that there's no hops in this. I sent an email to a Kate. She's a manager over there, and to see exactly if that's true. Here's what they say about this brew in their webpage. Damn, that's a pretty good milkshake. This month's Vagabond series, which this is a Vagabond series release, so it's just this month is released, is in homage to the milkshake style that has recently gained popularity. And that's big right now, these are milkshake and shortcake type brews. By using New England IPA, fruit, and lactose, where that come from? Lactose. This style of beer is sweet and fruity. Our version is dangerously drinkable strawberry milkshake IPA that I can't read too well lately. All right, our version is dangerously drinkable strawberry milkshake IPA that harkens back to the days of the diners. And you go in there and you get fries and a burger or a hot dog, and you get a milkshake. Around here, milkshake we call fraps, F-R-A-P-P-E-S, fraps. Coffee fraps, chocolate fraps, vanilla fraps, but they're called fraps. Basically ice cream and milk and some flavoring, and it's stirred up, blended up, and it's called a frap. But they call it a milkshake in other parts of the country. Evidently here, because this is in Massachusetts, over there in Draper Street in Massachusetts, and they're calling it a milkshake. So, that's what they say. I couldn't get much information on their webpage about it, other than the no hops. So, let's get this going and see what this actually tastes like. We got us a glass from Merrimack Ales up there in Lowell, Massachusetts. Nice little brewery up there, microbrewery. I got some nice stuff up there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Alright, got it cracked open. Any water vapors? I did see some. Minute. Some water vapors. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Strawberry milkshake. Like I said, I didn't get much information, so I'm assuming this is filtered and pasteurized, because it doesn't say anything other. Looks like a good carbonation in there. It's, I think, 7.5% alcohol by volume. I'm the only guy that can take his glasses off to read. Contains lactose, vanilla, strawberry puree, and strawberry extract. That doesn't even have any red tinge to it that I can see. Can you? Good combination. Again, contains lactose, vanilla, strawberry puree, strawberry extract. It will give you a strawberry flavor. I did see 7.5% alcohol by volume. I knew I'd seen it on this can. They got a couple of people dancing, a couple of girls, I think. There's a girl, yeah, pretty sure, yeah, that's a girl there. I think, yeah, two girls go to point. There's two girls dancing on there. So it's for the dancers. All right, let's see what we got for aroma. Yeah, strawberry, naturally. Wait a second. Let's make this official. Excuse me. Strawberry, and I'm getting some malt. I wish I knew what kind of malt was in this. That was one of the questions I asked the manager, Kate, if I could find out what malt is in this. And I will do an update on this if I do get the information on my channel. I'm not getting any alcohol present, even though it's 7.5. Let me just set that down, and I'm going to pour myself a shot. As you can see, I got a glass here. I was going to have some Maker's Mark, but I think I'm going to go with, I got one here. I'm going to go with this here. My loving wife picked these up the other day. I enjoy this Fireball cinnamon whiskey. I enjoy that. I got shot glass. This is the split. I don't know if you can see it. It's split in there. And the reason for that is you can have two things that will mix when it's poured, not together while it's in the glass. And that'll be an Irish car bomb with the Irish liqueur on one side and Jameson whiskey or whatever whiskey of your choice on the other side. And then that way it doesn't curdle. The Irish Barley Scream won't curdle because of the whiskey. So you can see it now. I'll get my fat fingers out of the way here. See, it's clear on one side. And there's, oh, I gotta try that. I gotta show you this also. My loving wife picked these up today. Isn't that something? Easter. Colors of Easter. And that's an Utz product. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? An Utz product. And I will open these up. I will show you. We have balls, cheese balls. Look at that. Cottontails. Utz, you make life interesting. That is nice, Utz. Very Easterly. It's an Easter colors. Easter eggs in the bag. Real cheese. It's what's on this. Made with real cheese. Oh, that's special. So now what I will do is hope you all are using this. I will put some of my hands, my fingers. I'll wash those up a little bit if I touch any food. That this bag is fairly new. It has been sitting around in the house here. So we don't know who's been touching it in the last 8 hours. And my wife has, but before that, okay, got my hands. I feel this is the way to go. Is gloves are nice, but you have to keep your hands clean, sanitized. I can't keep going upstairs washing them with good hot water, warm water, and so I I use the sanitizer. Luckily, my loving wife always use these, and we always have a number of bottles in each of our vehicles in her purse, and we have those when we go out to eat. We always use them, so we have them on hand. Okay, no further ado. And cheese balls that I usually have to get your fingers real orangey. Not bad at all. Okay. The shot, and this will be the chaser. How sweet it is. Remember Jackie Gleason, the actor and the entertainer? He did the television show The Honeymooners in the late 50s or the mid 50s. Okay. Oh, the essence is even bigger now. The gases have escaped and gotten away from going up my nose. It's a fruity flavor besides the strawberry. Not tropical, but a fruity aroma. The toffee, no, the vanilla, at least some, I'm saying toffee. I'm so used to the caramel toffee malt. It doesn't smell like caramel. It's got to be the vanilla. Oh well, enough sniffing. Bottoms up. Smooth. My first brew, drinking a milkshake. Milkshake IPA. $5 milkshakes. Vagabond Series Strawberry Milkshake. First time I ever had one of these type brews, whether it be a regular beer or ale. And this is an IPA, so I thought there'd be some astringency to it from the hops. Oh, there is no hops. But we don't know yet. I don't know how they actually could call this an IPA without any hops in it, because as we know, and I've mentioned before, hops are put in beer in a way years ago to preserve it. And that goes back to the 1500s, when the two countries of Portugal and England had colonies throughout Africa and India, particularly India. And it was very prosperous there for them, because India was full of all kinds of spices that were unknown to Europe. So there was they put colonies in India, and I think the whole country was, except for Goa and a few places that were under Portuguese rule. But anyways, the story that's another story on the history on that. But to get their beers to the colonies, to their people there in their forts, the beer would go rancid because it's a long journey, and as soon as you get close to the African shores and around Africa and into India itself, it's hot, and the beers would go rancid. So they had to come up with something, and what the brewers did, they just started adding more hops, and it ended up getting on the ships and getting to India, to their colonies, in good condition and drinkable. And they've learned to use the hops as a preservative and a flavor, because hops come in different kinds of versions for aroma and for flavor. And you just, the brewmasters, they know what they're doing. As much, you've got to want to have aroma. There's no aroma in this as far as hops or their floral essence. I'm not picking up any astringency of hops, but back to what I was mentioning is that that is how come the IPAs, Indian Pale Ales, IPAs, is because that started way back then in the 1500s with those two countries, And that was a boom, because they could get beer anywhere in the world now, no matter how long or how hot the region may be. The hops in it would preserve the beer and keep the flavor good. So that's why we call it Indian Pale Ale. But this here, I don't understand that. There's no hops. It said 0 on their web page after the ABVs. I can't imagine a beer with no hops in it. I really can't. But I sent them an email to find out, see what they send back to me. Actually, Lord Hobo Brewery isn't too far from where I live. I could get there very easily. It's luckily we have a few breweries that are within close vicinity of where we live here, which is nice. But anyways, I'll end it here. Would I get this again? Yes, I would. It's very drinkable. With 7.5% ABV, it'll get you there. It'll make you feel good. You'll want to dance. And yes, I would get this again. I would like to have a family try it. This came in a 4-pack. I don't know what my loving wife paid. She buys a lot of the beer. She kind of used to put more time into producing this web page. She was actually the producer, 100%. And but she's been pretty busy and so forth. She does other things, and but she does procure the nice brews and the treats that I do have. So I won't go any further. I just want to say salute to all you medical people, the nurses. They're doing yeoman work. I felt so sad today because my youngest is a nurse and called, and one of her patients passed away at 5:30 this morning, and she took it very hard because she's been stayed with this person. And these nurses, I'm going to tell you, they're going through some stuff because they're with the patients and the families can't come near them. And just step back one time. The patient that died, the doctors presume it was coronavirus, but she had cancer, a leukemia. She had leukemia, but the doctors, after her ailments and so it's since she had most likely had coronavirus. So, but anyways, these nurses in situations they did let her husband come in. Brings almost tears to my eyes because no one should, in these times, die alone. I don't mean to be going on these tangents. It was like that in Vietnam. When I was in Vietnam, we all knew we didn't want to die on the soil of Vietnam, let alone alone, and it was terrible. I guess President Trump equates this virus as a war, and I guess in a way it is to treat it like that, an invisible enemy. And I want to pay tribute to all the nurses, and I don't mean to go on these tangents, but this is important that we understand with these nurses and doctors, they're right there. What we call about to the Second World War front lines, they're right there. They're with the patients until they pass away because the families can't be there. They're isolated. And that's really very, it just drains you, and it's stressful, and it just makes your nerves get rattled on what they're saying and what they're doing. They're the ones that are giving the shots. They're the ones with the medication, doing all they can. And the end comes, and they know it. And the doctors are working feverishly around the clock, and all these scientific doctors are trying to figure out how can kill this virus, how can get rid of it. And all the other people involved, our National Guard doctors, the MPs, I could just go on, and I just want to, there's so many of them that are stepping up. I do want to shout out to, and I can't think of the singer's name, Dolly Parton. I want to shout out to Dolly Parton for giving $1 million to fight this virus. I thank her. That's a lot of money, but she's an American, and we all got to stick together. Political wise, let's drop the crap. It's crazy with all this crap of insulting the country. Let's get together and be one people, the American people. And then we can come together being independents, Democrats, Republicans, afterwards. But for right now, let's be just one, like we were in Vietnam. We were one, no matter what color we were, what religion, what we were green, we were OD, and it said United States Army. We were one. And that's how we have to be now. We've got to be one. I'm sorry for going on this tangent, and I will finish it right now. What I'd say is be safe on these coronavirus times. We'll get through it. We're definitely going to get through it. But find things to do at home. I know we're going to help put on pounds. That's for sure. But surely, if it keeps your family safe, that's what we got to do. Stay home and eat. And order takeout from these places. Go there. Continue getting your pizza and your submarine sandwiches, or you call them hoagies or heroes, whatever location you're at. Keep doing that eventually. And just get home and throw the thing away, all the packaging, everything away, and then just wash your hands and sanitize them. Be safe. Be educated. Be smart. This, I think the panic is really taking over the country more than it should. Really have. But be safe. So with that said, enjoy the day, folks. Ciao.